Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I have a Nokia phone in my hands. Yes, Nokia. They are still manufacturing cell phones. It is the Nokia 6.1, which is an Android One device, so that's supposed to keep it up to date, keep it consistent with Android updates. And for $270, this looks like a promising device. 5.5-inch 1080p display, 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon Qualcomm 630 processor, and some more we'll talk about in just a second. I want to go ahead and open it up, show you real quick what's in the box, and get some first impressions on the device. Let's get started. Here is the Nokia 6.1 Android One device, which should be on the latest version of Android Oreo. And of course, here's another look at some of the other specs. It is 3 gigs of RAM, not 4. I apologize about that. But also 16 megapixel rear camera. So let's open this up. I'm actually pretty excited to see the aluminum design. It's supposed to have some really cool trim as well. So let's pull out the phone right here. It is in a bunch of wrapping. We can unwrap it for the first time. Nice and secure, which is good to see. It may take you a little while to actually unwrap it, as it is for me, but good that it is secure. So here is the black and copper. Really cool looking colors, especially that trim that is all the way around. We'll go more in depth on the phone in just a second. Setting it to the side, let's just real quick look at what else comes in the box. SIM ejection tool right there, a getting started guide, some booklets, all that good stuff. And then, of course, should be charging options and headphones. So here is the power brick, branded with Nokia right there. You do have a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable, so nice that this phone does have USB Type-C. Just about every new phone out now, I'm noticing, does have USB Type-C, so it is catching on more and more. And then here are the headphones that come with. Nice little addition. So now let's take a closer look at the phone. And as initial impressions, this is definitely one of the better looking devices I have seen, to be completely honest, and feels extremely premium with that all aluminum design. I am actually very impressed with it. Taking a close look at these buttons, even just the attention to detail with that copper trim, even around the buttons as well. And the buttons, when you look at them from the side here, almost look flush. They're not. They're actually just slightly raised. They're not raised nearly as much as you would normally expect from buttons. Let's see if we can get a closer look at the side there. So you'll see here, not really completely raised, but they are. Let me go ahead and press and hold the power button. Almost kind of a chiclet feel to the buttons, if that makes sense. A higher pitch noise when you press it. And then as it boots up, there is a speaker down at the bottom, USB Type-C, microphone. Moving along, as I mentioned, those buttons, just kind of wanted to give you a closer look. Up at the top, great to see. Headphone jack right there, of course, and it does include some headphones, which has a 3.5 millimeter jack. And then on the left side is where that SIM slot is. On the back of the phone is where that 16 megapixel lens lies. A fingerprint scanner, again with that copper coating, just really good detail. It's a well-designed device, in my opinion. Nokia, and then down at the bottom, it does say Android One. So the sides are very flat, not nearly as rounded as some other phones out there right now, which makes it maybe a little less comfortable to hold than a rounded phone, but you do have a better aesthetic look, in my opinion, with that trim. Now, with the flat sides, I'm actually wondering, I feel like I could probably balance this phone since it is so flat. And there you go. Looks like you can balance it if you'd like to. Now, I'm going to run through the setup process and only talk about anything noteworthy. First thing would be to set up the fingerprint scanner. So let's go ahead and start it. I am noticing that my finger naturally rests a little bit higher than that fingerprint scanner where that placement is. So that is definitely something I'm going to have to get used to. You'll see here, I'm actually having to curl my pointer finger there. But that's just me. You might be a little bit different based on your hand size. Here we go. I'm just going to lift and set it back down, adjust my grip. Partial fingerprint detected. There we go, 100%. Fingerprint added. I can add another, rename. I'm going to hit done for now. We'll test that out in just a second. I'm going to say all set. You're nearly ready to go by tapping let's go. You agree to user experience program. Let's go. And here is the Nokia 6.1. As always in my unboxings, I would like to jump into settings and go into storage to see how much space you do have out of the box. So you'll see 11.6 gigs out of the 32 gigs is used right out of the box. I have not installed anything or taken any pictures. Looking at the front of the device with the display on, you'll see a bit of a chin down at the bottom, and also some bigger bezels than some of the other flagships, but this is not a flagship, so keep that in mind. You have sensors, earpiece, front-facing camera up at the top, and the Nokia logo. Let's go ahead and test that fingerprint scanner. I will say my thumb rests very comfortably on that power button right there, so I do have to adjust to actually press volume down, which is good because I won't be accidentally pressing the volume keys. Now let's go ahead and set my fingerprint down. That was actually very quick. Let's try it again with the display off. 1, 2, 3. And it is on. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. And it seems to be accurate quick. Again, it is interesting at first. I'm really setting it down right here. So I'm really going to have to get used to that being a little bit lower. Again, it depends on how you hold the phone, how big your hands are, if that's going to really matter. Loading up the camera app, I want to take some pictures here. So you can kind of take a look at the viewfinder, what it looks like to snap some pictures. You'll see here in succession, if you move really quickly after you take it, the viewfinder just takes a little, but you really shouldn't be doing that anyways with just about any camera phone, to just hold it steady, let it take the shot, then turn and take another shot. Within the camera app, if I jump into settings, you'll see there is a pro mode, always great to see, beautify panorama photo, and if we do actually go into settings, here is a full list of the settings that show up. And of course, this is an Android One phone, so you do have swipe up to get to your apps. And here's a look at those quick settings up at the top. I can jump into settings, scroll down, go to system, go to about phone, and there is Android version 8.0.0. And of course, you have your full Google suite with apps, the Play Store. Also, this has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, so paired with that Snapdragon 630 processor, pretty curious to see how good battery life is going to be. I feel like it will be very solid in terms of it lasting all day long. But anyways, that's just about it for now on the Nokia 6.1. Again, a very good looking and premium feeling device. Just a very sturdy feeling device with that aluminum build. Really cool looking trim with that copper and black. Of course, a bit of bezels on the front as well. So this is more of a budget device, like I said, going for $270, link down below. But drop a comment, let me know what you think about Nokia's Android One device. Also, be sure to click that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. As always, have a good one.